So if you're a true Tekken 8 player, you know all about the Mishimas. What is Tekken 8 without the Mishimas? But you know what I say? F the people who play Mishimas. They're the coolest, yet the most difficult f***ing characters to play in this game. It's safe to say that the people who hate on the Mishima characters in Tekken 8 are typically the ones who wanted to play Mishima characters in Tekken 8, but they don't play Mishima characters anymore because they can't. Why? It's not that they don't want to, it's because they can't. I can't f***ing do an electric wind god fist if you had a gun to my head. That's how difficult it is when playing a Mishima character. I tried playing Kazuya in ranked matches, and look where I'm at now, playing as a bear. Nothing against bears though, bears are awesome. The barrier to entry on playing a Mishima character like Reina or Kazuya is so difficult to the point you need to be borderline not human to perfect the wave dashes and the electric wind god fist in Tekken 8. The hours required to master these characters are a minimum 1,000, and it's 10,000 if you want to be the best Mishima player in the entire planet, which to be honest, there's only a small handful, and you decide to say to yourself, I could be a pro Mishima player someday. Something that most people can't do, but you can, is enough incentive to play one of the toughest characters in Tekken 8. There are over 30 characters in the game, and you decide to choose the hardest character to play as. And here are the reasons why people play Mishima characters in Tekken 8. Skill barrier. When it comes to skill, nothing compares the amount of time, dedication, and depression that's involved mastering a Mishima character. You are the type of person that picked up this game called Tekken 8 and asked yourself, who's the toughest character to play as? And the moment you discover that the Mishimas are the toughest characters to play as, you already have chosen your character. You wanted to find a way to make Tekken 8 more difficult than it already is, and you found your answer, and that's the Mishimas. Congratulations on making the game called Tekken 8 that much more difficult for yourself, hotshot. Tryhards. You can't tell me that you play characters like Kazuya or Jin casually. That's bullshit, and you know it. You've chosen these characters strictly to make this game tougher for yourself. Why? Because you're a tryhard. That's why. It's alright if I'm calling some of you guys out watching this video. I fucking hate you too. Not because you're good at playing Kazuya or Jin so well, it's because I wanted to play those characters too, but I can't because the game didn't choose me to become a pro level, high rank ultra god player Mishima player, and instead the game chose you guys to be the best Mishima players you can be on this planet called Earth. Congratulations on being the select chosen few by God who can harness the power of the electric wind god fist. Fuck you. And I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't jealous, but I am. I'm very fucking jealous that I still to this day cannot do an electric wind god fist. But you know what? You guys who play Mishimas figure that the way the Mishimas play is how Tekken is supposed to be, not how it currently is. Not normal people. Something must be wrong with you to choose strictly Mishimas in Tekken 8. Why must you torture yourself learning how to master these characters in this game? You know the command input is almost impossible to achieve in fights online, and yet you still choose to play with a Mishima. You think that the character looks cool because electricity is flowing through his fist. I gotta try it, is what you say to yourself. But then you're second guessing yourself now because this shit called the electric wind god fist is not easy to do. In fact, it's impossible to do. You are also the type of person to watch YouTube videos after YouTube videos on the best combos for these Mishimas, but most importantly, how to do an electric wind god fist consistently. You're lucky enough to do an electric wind god fist in practice mode. How the fuck are you going to do the impossible move during a fight? It's not your fault if you can't play a Mishima character well. It just means the game didn't choose you to become a Mishima. It chose them, the not normal people. And I'm pretty sure there are electric wind god fist drills you gotta do every day, because how else are you able to do 10 electric wind god fists in a row without messing up? Hours upon hours of training, that's what. The way people go to work every day, you go to Mishima training every day. Wave Dasher. Along with tough characters to play as, you do get some cool features when playing a Mishima, such as the Wave Dashers.
Is the ability to close distance quickly. If I do forward 2 out of Wave Dash with Kazuya, we can see just how quickly we can close the distance.
A Kazuya that is aggressive with his wave dash is deadly. You could be a badass online, but fighting a Kazuya that can wave dash properly is a big threat. You don't know what the fuck he's going to do next, because he's coming at you so fast, like he's the offensive lineman, and you're a sitting duck on the road waiting to get run over by a 16-wheel truck. Nothing good can come from fighting a pro wave dasher in Tekken 8. It's embarrassing, degrading, but most of all, just depressing, because you can't even say the other guy is using a broken character. No, the other person is using the toughest character to play in Tekken 8. That's how bad the other person demolished you in in ranked matches. Seeing someone who can wave dash for the very first time, you will almost want to believe that the other person is hacking, but that's actually part of the game. Something in the game you had no idea about until now. Facing a pro Mishima player, Electric Wind God Fist. People who play Mishimas obviously chose their Mishima character for one thing and one thing only, Electric Wind God Fist. You cannot say you are a pro Mishima player if you cannot do consistent Electric Wind God Fist. You can have the rank, but if you can't do an Electric Wind God Fist at least 5 times in each of your matches, then you're not a real Mishima player. I don't give a fuck if you are a God of Destruction rank. If you're playing as Kazuya, then I'm expecting some Electric Wind God Fist. Otherwise, you're not a real Mishima player now, are you? It's like being a pro basketball player, but you can't dunk. How does that make sense? You chose a Mishima character solely for this reason, and that's to have lightning coming out of your fists, like you're a little god of thunder. And if you are someone who could do Electric Wind God Fist like it's riding a bike, congratulations. It just means God has chosen you and accepted you to be a Mishima player in Tekken 8, Kazuya. Along with Mishima players, there are players who strictly want to play and only play Kazuya. He's the face when it comes to Mishima characters, and yet he's also the toughest to play as. Why? Because he's Kazuya. Ego. At the end of the day, this all comes down to ego. You can't tell me that you're playing a Mishima character because this is a walk in the park. No. You chose to play a Mishima character knowing that there's going to be hundreds of hours trying to master consistent Electric Wind God Fist during each of your matches. Winning is not enough. You want your opponents to know that you chose the most difficult characters to play in this game, and it's a Mishima. The higher you rank up, you're gonna get tougher opponents, and beating the higher ranked fighters will only show how great of a Tekken 8 player you are, because you beat those high ranked players as a Mishima now. No life. You can't tell me that playing a Mishima character does not come with a price, and it sure does, and that's your life. Are you willing to sacrifice hours upon hours strictly doing Electric Wind God Fist drills in practice mode? If so, a Mishima character is right for you. You gotta give up something to be playing characters like Kazuya or Reina, because only a select few people on this planet can play these characters well, and you're the select few, huh? If you're willing to do anything and give up anything to master a Kazuya so well, which is your time, patience, dignity, and happiness, this Mishima road that you're on is your path in life. But if you're someone who wants to keep your time and happiness and avoid being depressed failing over and over on attempting an Electric Wind God Fist, which is everyone else on this planet, then it's okay to choose another character. And you know what? I'm okay with this, just as long as I can kick ass online. I don't mind not playing as Kazuya. Maybe someday I will be able to play a Mishima character like Kazuya or Reina, but I know today is not that day. And if I have pissed off some Mishima players off after watching this video, instead of complaining in the comments section on how I don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know how to throw hands. How about we stop the talking and let's throw some hands in the Tekken arena. I love kicking ass online, but I especially love kicking a Mishima player's ass online even more. So I say, bring it.